Hello. Sorry for confronting you with Bishop's face so early in the stream. I figured I'll give you a proper intro into the mind, the introspection of the soul, and whatever is left there from yesterday. Hello Alvaro, how you doing? First as always, hello Vici. Sorry to see what happens tonight after the chaos yesterday. Yeah, sorry. Yesterday was absolutely crazy. I still am kind of processing it all, and we do a little recap.
Her name is
Shut up! Not done with my intro.
Rosalind, hello. We have a new inquisitor I'd like to introduce to.
Let me put...
I'm trying to start a stream here. Sorry. The music is... Why is there a donkey? What? Damn it, Soda. Why are you parking your donkey in the admin section? Alright, let me go into the arena. Well, at least he's not parking it in Ravenwood, right? And why am I thirsty already? What the hell is going on? I mean, I don't even have... There we go. We're good. Alright, let me start this properly now. I apologize. See, we have a nice background. It's lovely. If only it was raining a bit more, Stormy. I don't know if you are still willing to do a few changes to the map mod, but I've recently noticed that it hasn't been raining as much as it used to, and I really missed it. So thank you in advance. Anyway. What do you mean chaos? Total normal here. Exactly. The Sabbath event, yes, thank you, Lunai. Of course, forgot to change that because I'm a big dum-dum. That's true, nothing to see here, just massacre, Sabbath, just casual things, yeah. So, before I was so rudely interrupted by the Inquisitors talking next to my house, I wanted to say that we have a little admin recap in our admin section where we kind of try to keep track of everything, and yesterday was just so crazy, so many things were happening, and we're just like, is Ravenwood gonna blow up? Like, are we dead? Is there like any room for us to do anything? We don't even know, but we love it. Like, this is everything that I always wanted, you know, just us kind of struggling to keep everything together and just running around, you know, like headless chickens, just trying to keep Ravenwood from falling apart. And I feel like we're finally at that point of the season, you know, where either the witches can just attack and destroy us, this necromantic threat can completely wipe us out, or our own people are just like, you know what? We're sick and tired of you being freaking tyrants. You know, enough is enough. Either we will do things our way, or you guys can go fuck off. So yes, I am very excited. What's up, Hungry? How you doing? Hello, Pifand. Guten Abend. Did you munch into the micro again? What does it mean? I have no idea what you're saying. Hello, Stormy. The one and only. What's up, Russian? How you doing? Oh, look who it is. You're the one to talk. I still don't even know how I'm gonna react to you. One thing I'm certain of is that I'm gonna be very pouty, and we're gonna be, well, you'll see, I won't spoil it for you, but after what happened, we're gonna have to react accordingly, you know? If there is one thing that all my characters have in common, they are very emotional. Like, teenage level emotional when it comes to processing complex emotions, and you're gonna see it. I mean, you already saw it yesterday, but yes. When we are pouting, we're pouting hard, damn it. I have to live up to my Discord rank again. Oh, heck yeah, you should. Freaking donkey. Oh, Stormy. Why such strong words? You're a classy lady. Make me skinny or something. You have admin password. If you want to cause harm, go for the body. Bishop is very self-conscious about his body image. Hello X. What is this song? Is it a video game theme or a movie? There I'm tripping. That song, I believe that you were talking about, is from the Sims 4 Vampire DLC. I absolutely adore them. The Vampire DLC has such a good freaking soundtrack. Me, M9, Unearthed Sin, and Lia, we played the Sims 4 online mod, and it was amazing. And we bought only like a few DLCs, you know, because we're cheap and we don't need that much to just try out the mod. And I fell in love immediately. It's so good. It's so eerie. It's so like vampiric. It's so medievalish. Absolutely love it. There is an online mode for Sims 4, and it works really well. It's for free. You just need to have like the OG game, which is also for free. You can just play with, I don't know, like 4 friends. You're kind of stuck in one instance, and one person has to kind of lead it. But yeah, it is very cool. Very much recommend if you have like a bunch of friends and you just want to mess around. Even if you just have like one person who's interested in trying it, I think you'll have a lot of fun. It adds another dimension. You can RP, and it's hilarious. And you know me, anything that you can RP in, I'm just a complete. I'm in. Eleanor is over it. What is she over? She'll be over when I say it's over. I had to make coffee because I was supposed to take a nap, but I couldn't even fall asleep for a moment. I was just too many things on my mind. I was like, I need to do the dishes. I need to finish work. I need to do tickets. I just couldn't relax at all. Just need to convince Kale to leave. Aw. Where? He's mine. Find your own, Kale. How dare you? I brought him into this world. I can bring him out of it. Just to spite you. What's up, Scamper? How you doing? Mr. Tareem, it's been a while. I hope that work is treating you well. My dinner goes where he pleases. You mean donkey? I mean, it works with the dinner too, Mr. Soda. Your extravagant dinners that take like 2 hours to prepare and 3 hours to eat are legendary at this point. So no munchies for the bishop since the baker is gone. It's not gone! At least I don't know it just yet. Okay, let me slowly teleport back to the church. I almost caught up. The bow doesn't look good on the bishop. Maybe he needs some baked goods to help. Maybe. Maybe. What the? What? Why is everyone fighting? Maybe a communion cracker can cheer him up. Perhaps. Why is it so dark? Oh. Oh boy, that was strange. Freaking Ravenwood. Okay, we're good. It was something like that. Yeah, definitely online mod. I wish Forgotten Hollow was a bit bigger though. Oh, you mean Moonlit Hollow? The witchy place. We didn't want it. Oh my god, what's going on there? We didn't make it. We didn't want to make it too big, and we wanted to make it in the dungeon where is it now because. Oh, the Vampiric DLC. Oh, gotcha. Because we also called it like Moonlit Hollow. I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't like the Sims 4 DLC system and like the maps. It's so freaking expensive. I also love to RP with friends, even in small group games. So definitely I'd RP it. Awesome. I definitely acknowledge you as a fellow nerd, and I respect it. You're 5 minutes behind the chat. I know! I'm sorry. I'm also drinking coffee. Alright, I think we're good. I had it in game. Awesome. See you out there. Oh! Oh my god. I didn't even fix my posture. The most important thing on this character, I almost forgot. Oh boy. There is some creepy crawlers. Alright, I'm coming. Jeez. Leave me alone. I wanna fix my hunchback. Alright, it's good enough. Let's go. I need to heal. Probably should eat too. What in God's name is going on?
The foul minion of Queen Bitch is here.
We fight for the soul of the very town.
Watch out! Watch the staff!
Oh boy.
Take
Be
that.
gone from this place!
How'd
You are not
like that
welcome.
attack?
Almost got the prince. I need to be careful with the charge. Come here. Can't run away from me.
He's fleeing.
Stop him. Cut him down quickly. Cut him off.
What? The freaking donkey. Warden! Watch your sword.
Sorry, you ran into my sword.
I did not run into your sword. You hit me with your sword. Where
Where'd
is
he
he?
go?
Become
Keep your eyes
invisible.
open. Well, I suppose you ran back to Queen
Oh,
Bitch.
absolutely. I take confessions. all day.
He saw all wrath today.
You have done well. You pushed the beast back. The Ravenwood is safe now.
One of those creatures was
With your
in
leave,
there.
Sergeant, I would check on the townsfolk.
What is it? What creatures?
This is a-
One of the necromancer's servants.
Yes, we pushed them back.
I see. I didn't see you all fighting it. I couldn't tell who.
I was standing here and I felt a wind. I heard footsteps, but I couldn't see anything.
We fought him in the town square, and then he
Yeah.
went this way and eventually
Okay.
disappeared.
I didn't see you and the prince show up, so I was ringing all the bells.
That
You're
is
quite
good. That is-
alright. That actually notified me.
It woke me up. Those bells were loud.
You should have been used to that. It's your own clergy that has these bells in use, yeah.
I am. Every time I hear them, I jump out of the bed.
You did well, miss. Kept your city safe.
I can't really do much else, so I do what I can.
Good stuff.
Take heart. You did a good thing.
That she did.
This is our new inquisitor. Literally giving her the tour now, and this all happened. This is her first few minutes as an inquisitor.
Hello. Your Highness, yes? My name's Alana Barnes. It's good to be meeting you.
This is the
Place
best
the
way
menu
to
as well.
learn. Learn on the job.
I told the sergeant I am not afraid of battle. It seems battle is truly not afraid of me.
Of course not. I did tell you that.
It most definitely is not. But where are my manners? All hail Prince Baelor, the one defending the city. In the time of need and any kind of attack, he is the backbone of Ravenwood, protecting us from these dark days ahead.
Thank you all for fighting beside me, taking care of this, whoever the fuck is, minion of Queen Bitch.
Everyone's safe. And does anyone need medical attention?
I'm quite alright.
And as well.
Alrighty then.
I think I am fine.
That is good. Praise the Lord for sparing us, so we can fight another day in His name.
If, with your leave, Sergeant, I would check on the baker.
Of course. Go check on the bag and make sure she's fine.
What happened to
Make
the
sure those
baker?
buns are nice and baked. No, she's just baking. She just wants to make sure she's okay.
Oh, okay. Not that I care or
She was
anything.
in the...
Prince, Herr Bishop, greetings.
Greetings.
Are you both aware of the sister being in prison and the battle between Brother Dimitri and the Grand Custodian?
Not the last part, the former I am.
I'm not even aware of the first part.
Oh,
Tell us more.
sorry.
In that case, let me start with the second part. Late last night, I was in the Grand Custodian's office together with Rosalind and a brother whose name I do not know, when someone ran in, saying that they saw Brother Dimitri negotiating or at least conversing with foul cursebloods. We went to the location and the Grand Custodian observed for a while before approaching him, at which moment a fight ensued between the cursebloods and the Brother Dimitri. They then ran off and the Grand Custodian confronted Brother Dimitri. He seemed to be under the impression that the fight may have been staged. He ordered me to arrest Brother Dimitri for questioning, at which point Brother Dimitri said that I shouldn't do so for my own risk and safety, and challenged the Grand Custodian to do so himself. They then fought, and a unknown woman in disguise tried to, after a long battle, tried to get them to stop, to focus on the dangers of the Queen instead. They had an argument, a discussion, and before this was completed, the Curseblood of Shadowwitch appeared and drove us towards the city, the so-called Iscariot's Chosen. Apparently it was back in the city, Brother Dimitri and the Grand Custodian had a conversation, and for now at least there seems to be some sort of mutual understanding, but the situation is tense at best.
What's there to understand? He betrayed us. He's lucky to be alive. Grand Custodian should have put him on a pyre.
Miss Lucretia happened to stumble upon the events with her brother and someone else. Is there anything that I missed regarding the description of what took place with the fight?
Well, Brother Dimitri was interrogating him, asking him questions about why they were doing what they were doing, and when the witch pulled his staff, they got into a fight. But that's pretty much all I know. Is I didn't understand a lot of the questions he was asking, so we were just kind of sitting there confused. But yeah, that's...
I'm kind of confused because the only thing I'm hearing is that he was interrogating a Curseblood. We have to talk to the Grand Custodian and to see what his point of view is. 'Cause
Indeed.
I'm honestly confused.
So am I. Well, speaking of witches and interrogations, what happened to the witches that were detained in the infirmary, that were supposed to be interrogated and judged today?
What is
That's
the
another
whilst-
matter.
escaped?
What?
Whilst we were... remembered, sir, that we were fighting the bush, or fought chasing the bush.
I do remember.
Yes, upon the return to town, we were told that they were all transferred to the tavern, where there would be more room. I found the door to be locked, and Kent was sitting outside, apparently holding guard. I asked him for the keys. He said that they were locked by Dr. Kamen. I then peered inside through the doors, the little windows in the doors, and we found it to be empty. The door was breached, everyone is gone, and they now suspect that they went out to a secret passageway assisted by Dr. Kamen. Whilst we were all distracted by the bush.
How could this
I
happen?
was there when it happened. Quite frankly, I got to speak to the Grand Custodian for mere minutes, and when I walked back, that's what I found out had happened. I want to speak to Alden. I have very specific questioning for him.
Why him? He wasn't even around.
That's not the point.
Then what is?
It's his tavern. he should know every inch of it.
I'm sure he does. He wouldn't do anything to threaten Ravenwood or help the Cursebloods.
I
Have
did
you
an
seen-
inspection. I did an inspection of the tavern myself. There seems to be a false wall I cannot breach. It was brought to my attention by the witch hunter. I had the wall opened by, the office opened by Jesse. The wall does seem like it does not belong there.
It's probably his
Still
love
have the
shack.
means.
You know Alden. He does that all the time. Maybe that is where he
That's the proper-
stores his supplies of alcohol and roses for all the women he's courting.
Well, that may be. But to do a proper investigation, we must get into that room.
As for the matter of Sister Desiree, I believe that is for now best discussed between closed doors.
What happened to Sister Desiree? Why is she detained in a prison?
Would you like me to discuss this in the open?
Yes, of course.
The
This
official
one fucking
allegations
Well,
are treason and fraternization with witch blood. She was seen yesterday bringing in the dead body of Ophelia, who is, as I understand it, allegedly a curse blood. And she was then detained. The question seems to be, in the mind of the Grand Custodian, if she was coercing with the curse blood, especially the one called Carter, or if she was placed under a hex and was doing these things against her will. He has determined that she will be questioned by yourself, himself, and the prince today, and if found guilty, executed tomorrow.
I demand to speak with her. Whenever possible.
I will make sure that you will speak to her as soon as she is awake.
Thank you, Warden.
Your Eminence. I was reading the Ravenwood laws. I can only suggest one thing. That the act of treason not be the one that she is judged upon, but on fraternizing with a witch. For she did not betray us, attack, or take anything from us. Only reason why I even say that is because she has been such an amazing person to everyone here in the city. She's defended this place over and over again and almost died multiple times. It's the only thing that I would vouch for her for, but if you all found her guilty, that is you are my prince, and I will do whatever you asked. I do think that the fraternizing with the witch is the one we should vastly look into. Treason, I do not believe she's capable of that.
Thank you, Sergeant. I would tend to agree. I was aware of this unfortunate development. She herself confirmed this, although it was during a confession. I was not allowed to mention this, but I was aware. From what she told me, she had a plan. She was supposed to use this connection to gather more information about the enemy, and, if given a chance, to end this connection and help this cursed soul find peace by departing it from this world. I do not know what happened to this plan, and if she truly betrayed us, then I promise I will not go easily on her, but I at least want to give her an opportunity to explain herself, and I wish to hear the full story from her.
Of course, Your Eminence.
She knows that we will be judged by God. There is no point in lying. Honesty is the best policy. And I rely on her to tell us the truth.
I do have to have a confession with you later today. There are things we need to speak about.
Of course. I will keep it in mind.
Perfect. That's my report for today.
Also, good prince, allow me to introduce you to the newly arrived sister. She joined us from the cloister in this hour of need. She will be a great moral and spiritual support in these dark times.
I am Sister Immaculata, Your Grace. Pleasure to formally meet
Hello,
you.
Light. How you
I know
doing?
last night was a bit of a chaotic circumstance.
Right, it was a pleasure to meet you, sister. Yes, greetings. Pleasure to meet you. That name is going to be difficult.
Immaculata, but sister will do.
I'll call you Emma.
I quite like that.
Thank you, sister. And as I said yesterday, you are most welcome. I apologize that we could not properly introduce you to everyone in Ravenwood. Perhaps we can do so now, that things have finally calmed down.
Yes. I have been meeting people bit by bit in sort of a crisis state. But I would definitely enjoy meeting people in a more calm sense where we can actually speak and get to know each other.
Wonderful.
I don't know what happened to the corpse of the cursed blood in the infirmary last night, but I did consecrate the area to the best of my ability around the bed to make it safe for those who would approach and examine her.
Very good. Perhaps once some of the healers arrive and make their presence known, we can discuss this matter with them further. For now, that question remains unanswered.
I don't want to fucking die.
What is going on? Who goes there?
It's the fucking
Language!
endless man. Sorry.
Don't
down.
apologize to
What
me,
has
apologize to God!
I'm so
There's someone-
sorry, God.
One of the
I
dead
saw my life
queens
flash before my eyes twice.
chasing her. She attacked us.
Speak of the healers. One of them
Wait,
approaches.
who attacked who?
Fucking one with no skin.
Language!
Oh.
Sorry. God, I apologize. Oh, Arthur, good thing you weren't in the jungle, because that's where he was. I knew I should just
The man
fucking
holding
left.
a fire.
Language!
Which the dead queen attacked us both.
Sorry.
Are you alright? The both of you?
I'm fine. A bit burned, but nothing that won't heal.
Chase me fucking twice. I can't even feel my
Language!
I need water.
Are you
There is
okay?
multiple of them. I think they are attacking everyone that they could find at this point.
Elena.
Yeah,
You are safe.
Elena. Go get a report from Isabella, the woman that was running around screaming with Lake. She was about to die.
Yes.
Thank you.
Deal with the situation. You
Sister,
know where you walked into.
report in the infirmary
Yes,
I
and
did.
aid with any kind of healing that might be required, please.
Yes, Your Eminence.
Thank you.
Is there people in need of aid in the clinic at the moment? If not, I am happy to speak to you.
I don't think they are.
And if you would like to speak, I'm open to it if you are.
We are. Now.
As you wish, my friends.
Marvin vibes. Oh, I loved Marvin so much. I miss him. Is the bakery open? Captain America vibes? Who's that? Is that from Game of Thrones? I need to ask M9. I never know with these modern references.
Before we walk any further, though, I need to expect that dagger in your hand soon, Kaiman.
I do not carry weapons, my prince. You know this.
I wasn't talking about a physical one.
No, you have nothing to worry about from me. Everything I spoke to you is true.
That is harder to believe these days. More and more, Kaiman. After everything that
Means I'm doing
happened,
what I'm doing well, and
a simple word is not enough. Actions speak louder. And actions have consequences.
well, they do.
Get
Lost
fucked.
against Bishop.
If I know it happened to someone.
And by close, I mean lock it.
instead of just me. At once, Prince. I don't have the key. But Prince, never mind.
Are you alright, Bishop?
Yes, I do not have the key.
I will do it. I'm used to just not be interrupted. That is why.
Of course. Doing good, doing good. I hope you are well too, Light. Remember, you still owe me a confession. So the posture doesn't change every in the animation? Yeah, this is not an
You
animation.
weren't lying that you were
This is not
walking
an
a
emote.
dangerous
This is the
path, Kaiman.
Devious Desires puppet. And
Mind
it stays.
explaining why you pulled that trick? And why you shouldn't chop off your hand?
Yes, my prince, I can.
Excuses, Light, excuses.
Yesterday,
Choose your
as
words
it
carefully.
As you wish, my prince. Yesterday, at this, whatever it was called, it was a gathering of witches. The undead queen attacked. It was a great force that I believe a great number of witches were planning on teaming with her to get powerful and then betray her, and she betrayed them first.
How do you know all of this?
Chaos ensued. I saw it happen.
You saw it happen? You were present?
You will get to that in a moment, Bishop.
That is a more difficult part to explain, unfortunately, but she tried to kill everyone. Me, those of Shadow Ridge and Willowbrook. Everyone escaped. The mages of Willow believe that those of Shadow were trying to kill them all. They did not have the full context of the situation. And they came to me for assistance. Because they had nowhere else to go. All those that they trusted betrayed them. For a good while now, since speaking to you last, my prince, most people have been coming to me to voice their concerns. They do this because either other option is going to get them killed. If they speak doubt, they fear the wrath of God. If they speak worries, they fear what the Rasmith will do to them. And now there is an undead queen that even if they do die, will bring them back to kill their families. As they did with Captain Hightower. They are fearful, and they wish to ask not only for our aid, but to provide theirs in return.
Send them away, Bishop. We'll wait with the talk.
It shall be done. What is it? Who dares to approach?
It is I, Herr Bishop, Warden von Strauss. The prisoner's ready for when you are.
Wonderful. Please give us a moment. We need to finish an important discussion. I will
Of
get back
course.
here as soon as I can. Thank you.
Right, come with me.
I'll be near the gates. City gates.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Bishop. Continue, Kaiman.
Have either of you seen the amount of undead that was at the sanctuary up by the volcano?
Wait, a sanctuary at the volcano? I didn't even know of any sanctuary at the volcano.
A monastery, sanctuary, whatever it was. I believe.
You don't mean the chapel in the northeast, in the snow?
The one where
That's maybe
Dimitri
that's
and
right.
the rest brought this scourge upon our lands.
Before all this happened, I went up there and I looked inside, and there were thousands.
Stop talking.
There were
We're busy.
more than our armies could handle. There were more than all the Cursebloods could handle. By all means, I think there are enough just under that building alone that could swarm this entire town and kill us all. And after seeing that, I realized that, well, the scrolls that spoke of us allying with them were more than likely for a reason, rather than just to make things easier. That is when I came to you and told you I would be looking into it. And did so with your blessing, of course, knowing that, well, this would more than likely happen. To explain why they fled from the town. They plan on fleeing completely. They don't plan on fighting at this point. They plan on trying to hide and survive. Every one of them that they have tried to ally, they tried to ally themselves with other witches. And they were tried to kill for it. They tried to ally themselves with you lot, with us. And they heard the bishop's words and were fearful of them.
As they should. Is our laws. Is our God, who deems them abominations. They knew what they were getting themselves into.
Welcome, raiders.
Thank you so much for the raid, Anno.
Aye. Even so, they were happy to accept death. They just wanted to protect innocent, though. That is all they asked for, was to help in this fight that was to come. And now it is to the point I do not even know if the Rasmith would be willing to ally with Ravenwood to defeat her. But if they don't, we are all going to die, including them. And he understands that.
But how is this possible? How could they be so desperate? They are cursed bloods. They should have enough strength to face whatever trial is ahead of them. We are usually the ones who get mistreated by them. We are the ones who get murdered by them on a daily basis. Why don't they use their powers to help themselves for once, instead of hurting us? Has the devil forsaken them?
Bishop, they were all injured and on death's door, and you demanded them be fined and put in chains.
That's true.
It was no threat. There are ones such as this lying who is deserving of death. He deserves to be put on a pyre, no doubt. Even the Cursebloods want him dead for what he is doing to us. Because of what they do, it makes them look even worse. They have been vocal about this.
Carter. Why do they want him so much?
Carter was originally supposed to spy on the Inquisition and give information, which he did, but he never gave anything that was overly helpful. When the Crown and the Inquisition began to sniff him out, he was supposed to flee and remove himself, but he didn't. For he believed he could help those that needed helping. He made friends with people in these walls and wanted to keep them. That is when the Countess and the Prince began to get aware of him, and that is when I learned. I began to look into it. I was never able to test him fully, so I never had hard proof that he was, or I would have reported it. I hope you would all believe, but my main focus was to see if he was the one who cut the Inquisitor in half.
I hope you enjoyed your stream.
And I found that he did not. He carried a blade of ice. The cut that was made on the Inquisitor was made by blood magic. It started from her innards and went out, and there were no burns to show.
Oops.
Despite this, he was asked to take himself out of the equation once more. And instead of doing so, he came back to town, knowing that if he was caught, he would be put in prison. They broke him out, gave him a last chance, and he still returned. They wasted resources on him. That is the way they see it. They put their trust into him, and he is prioritizing people that is, well, not his. That is why they want him dead.
Prince, this is preposterous. This is something
I
we've been...
purposely have let both of them speak, you, Bishop, and Kaiman, because I want to see how you two would interact. I am aware of the investigation, as Kaiman has been a shepherd between both us and, as far as now I understand, as they would just be, for the easy term, to be The Willowbrook witches, everyone else calls them. And yes, I was aware of his interactions with them, just because I was curious on how much Kaiman could give us, how much information. But what I would like to say is that even when we had them all in our medical ward, I was ready to chop every single head of them off and put them on the pyre as they belong there. But recent events, with the diminishing returns of our own troops, every raven that has been sent to other cities, and with no avail, all the coin that has been tossed around, we still are unable to even have these Iskrits chosen walk up to our gate and unable to fend them off, just because we lack manpower. So, as I have said recently, actions mean louder than words quite a few times now. Therefore, I said, in this moment, I was very clear with my words, that the ones that were captured and the good witches, as has been called, the ones that were being healed, I said, give it a night of recovery. Hand over your weapons, and we will see what faith we will walk tomorrow, together or not. And that it was upon them. They wanted it so bad. They wanted to work with us so bad that it was going to be up to them to see their actions if they would stay, hand over their weapons, and willing to have a listen, so we can not only take care of this queen bitch, but also take care of Iskrits chosen, and then we'll decide what their fate would be. But clearly, after all of that, the decision was made to flee. How am I supposed to trust anyone's word at these days? Every time I walk to my closest allies, they either have a dagger in their hand or they do not. I don't even know who I can trust.
Of course.
So at this point, I am finding myself hard found to see if I want to give anyone a chance but my own damn people!
Excellent decision making, good prince. You are well within your rights to express yourself like that.
As you are. The reason they fled, a powerful elder of their group, one that does not come around often, came out and urged them to escape. He is a very powerful individual, one that he hates the mundane with a passion. Not enough to just slaughter them like cattle, though.
For one that is so powerful, he's a wise, and so wise as you call him, he's a damn fool.
He was not caught up to the situation, and he gave me little time to explain. For as soon as they left the city, Reese the Rathsmith threatened to kill them all anyway. I managed to talk him out of it. And I managed to tell him that I'm, well, doing what I'm doing, trying to act as this shepherd as people keep appointing me. And I believe that is the only reason he has kept me alive for so long. He, like many of you, understand that I am not a fighter. I cannot flee if I am to be pursued. I am simply the doctor and one that gives messages back and forth. And in doing so, I have learned a lot, Prince. A lot that you can ask many others around the clinic. I was planning on speaking with you all day yesterday about before everything happened.
Good
Simply
prince.
too many were injured for me to leave.
May I?
Let him finish, then you can.
Please, Bishop. Do not let me hold your words.
I think he speaks the truth. I can hear the passion in his voice. Curse blood or not, I can understand the situation he's in. He could have fled with them, but instead, he decided to step forward, share this information with us, and appeal to our reason, knowing full well he would find very little of it. Knowing full well he would hit a brick wall of faith and courage. I don't know if he's foolish or if he has his own misguided faith that brought him here. But unfortunately, despite my better judgment, I must confirm that we cannot beat these Iscariot Chosen. These Shadow Ridge witches are simply too powerful, and we cannot stand against them alone. Just like I inquired the assistance of the bird brain familiar to help us capture not the wolf, it was the lion, and the jesters. Perhaps there is a small window of opportunity for us to combine forces against a bigger enemy we cannot defeat separately.
The lion is currently fleeing from all of the Kirschbloods that I know of. They all want him as dead, as we do. And that's what the jesters, I believe. I'm the only one that knows one of their identities. Which is one of the things I wanted to bring forward to you, Prince.
If this is supposed to work in any way, then you must understand that when this cooperation ends, you will leave our city and you will never harm any one of us ever again. You will stop attacking us. You will stop hunting us down. You will stop desecrating my church. You will stop threatening our people, ruining our crops, turning our frogs into, you know.
What?
I heard stories of our frogs being turned into tadpole. I heard stories of our broomsticks flying about like they have wings.
The tadpole is a baby frog. What?
I also need a confirmation that it was you who brought the taxman in here.
That was.
Is the taxman a cursed blood?
I do not know. I can have him tested.
You realize I sent for the taxman. I sent for the master of coin.
Very well, we can leave this matter for some other time. Nevertheless, I still am of firm belief that this necromancer can be dealt with by pure faith and dedication. She can be defeated. However, what I'm more concerned about are these Shadow Ridge witches who sieged our town yesterday. And there was not much we could have done. They had more numbers. And they wanted you more than us, which intrigued me. Why would the Cursebloods want to kill fellow Cursebloods?
No, they wanted Carter. Bishop, are you getting your facts straight?
They did want Carter, but he is one of them. What's stopping them?
Not a witch, Bishop.
You are working
I
with
have
them.
no magical. But I have no magical capabilities of my own. I cannot wield fire. I cannot touch a man's ribs and heal them.
Be that as it may.
I have been raised around you all. I would like to think I have been very public about my opinions on everything. You would have seen me do something at this point. I stay in one place.
There's still this matter of the fact that Cursebloods cannot be fully trusted. They can still be manipulating us, lying to us. But I don't think he is.
By all means, I do think the moment this queen is killed, the war will continue between us and them. I have no doubts in my mind that they will try to storm the town as soon as she is dead. But there will be no town to storm until she is dead.
It is going to be very simple. I've already been fighting and have had harm done to very close. You and I have one very close friend that was taken from us. And I still have to believe that it was their doing. Even though we don't have all the proof. So, bring forth any of these Willowbrook witches, and perhaps we can find common ground. But I will not work with any of this Chris Chosen or anyone that hails from Shadow Ridge. I refuse it. I will cut them down where they stand. Every single time.
Yes,
Queen
excellent
bitch or
choice.
not.
If I may, my prince, if that is the decision, we will be killed. Our bodies will be raised to fight them. They will be killed, and we will be slumbering around this town with a thought not in our minds. Didn't you bear witness to what she did to Captain Hightower's corpse? A man whose head I had to stitch back onto his body. He was fighting against us.
I was aware. But
I
I'm
do not
also
wish to
aware
see.
that during battle, during forces, armies fighting, colors get mixed, colors get confused. And those that have their own motive, their ulterior motives, during battle, you're better off not having an enemy as your friend than having an extra ally at all.
We have God
They
on
can
our
throw
side, and he is our biggest
They
ally.
can throw themselves. They can throw themselves at Queen Bitch if they must, but I will not fight beside them.
If you would allow it, I would ask the ones that are not allied with it to provide assistance if they can. They will not do so if they cannot step within the walls without being killed, though.
Thank you, Stormy.
Henceforth, I ask for you to bring. I don't even know if there is any leader, de facto leader, whatever you call it, but bring one that wishes to converse. Because I will make it absolutely clear once again, and this is not towards you but towards them, relay this message for me. That I gave them an opportunity, I gave them a chance, and they squander it by throwing it in my face. I am not one to be trifled with, I'm not one to be deceived. I am the crown of Ravenwood. If they wish for this unsavory alliance to continue, then they need to offer something. This would start with respect and trust to walk into our walls, and I will speak to one.
All hail the prince and his infinite wisdom.
I have someone in mind. I will propose it to him the next time I see them.
Let them come by tomorrow, preferably around these times, earlier if can be.
Oh yeah, he did a great job here, for
Do
sure.
I have another question for the both of you?
What would that be?
It is unrelated to the matter, but
None of us could play the prince better than Dark. He truly did him justice. What is it? What do you have in there?
that is what I'm hoping you can answer me with.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hunger. I'm sorry.
I want to know what this is.
Prince, I probably shouldn't keep the warden waiting. If you need to deal with this, I have no idea what this is. I will go talk to the sister while she's in the prison, and I will let you finish this conversation.
Thank you for your forgiveness, Bishop.
Oh,
I
we
wish
are
nothing more than-
far from forgiveness, but I am not stupid, and I do understand when we're outnumbered and outmatched. Alright, we'll let them deal with that. Oh, god damn it. Oh. There we go. We do that all the time. Because of these damn keys and stuff. Actually, shh, you saw nothing. I need to go pee. I'll just stand here and I'll be right back. I have returned. Apologies. Let us continue. Bennington. Where are you?
Yes, I have a question. No, actually a favor.
No, I'm not going that way.
Seem to have ran out of a certain type of toast.
Toast.
Yes. It's a... maybe a...
What is going on here? Tavern is closed until further notice. I didn't see you, Bifant. I didn't know where you were. Well met, Kent. How are things over at the hamlet?
The hamlet seems alright.
I am glad to hear.
Yeah. How's the town?
Things have been rather crazy in here. Whole pandemonium on display.
Oh.
What happened
Do you have
yesterday,
news of
Kent?
those who escaped?
Yes. Why did they escape? How is it possible? We had guards stationed at the infirmary.
Well, they were moved into the tavern, and the custodian agreed it and even escorted them in.
I see.
I was charged by both Doctor and Marla to, hold the door make sure no extra people came in or people left, and also by Kale to pretty much do the same. So I stood outside, and when the warden came up, she looked through the little window bit and saw that there was no one in there.
Yes, I saw, and I trust you that you tried your best to contain the situation.
But, I mean, no one came through the door I was guarding, but...
I know you didn't let me in.
I didn't know there was a way they could get out the tavern from anywhere else.
I need to talk to Alden. Before anyone. If you see him, tell him to come directly to me. Not even the prince.
You sure? Yes, His Holiness.
Thank you.
Of course. Alright. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I want you to go get the warden and I want you to tell her that I am ready to be escorted to talk to the prisoner.
I mean, she's right there.
Thank you, Kent. I'll wait over here.
But she's even walking towards you, like you could just tell her.
Ah, Warden. Good.
Big mouth. And
I am ready to be escorted into the
I think
prison.
it's because they heard that I enjoy your buns and that I enjoy your toast. You don't know.
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
Best bacon in the land, of course.
And where is Jesse? Dang it.
out of curiosity, who's in the prison currently?
Come with us and find out for yourself.
Oh, that place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
It is supposed to. It is a prison. It is not a carnival.
Bishop,
right.
how about I just tell him we usually do not let civilians into prison due to security concerns.
He is a guard, and he will ensure that if the Kurzbloods attack us, while the prisoners inside, we'll have more bodies on the field.
I
I'm
don't.
Jewish.
All right. So who's in there?
You, by the way, don't know where Eleanor is because she could shoot him from here.
Oh, there's Arthur now.
Do you wish to bring some inquisitors along as well?
What happened?
Greetings.
We've been watch.
Your Lord Bishop.
Kale,
What? Your.
I need you
Your
to accompany
Holiness?
us to the prison. I need to talk to her. The rest of you, guard Ravenwood. We'll be back shortly.
You still want
Your
me, or
Holiness.
you staying here? Or?
You can stay here. Others can join us. I want at least 2 more Inquisitors with us, just in case we get ambushed.
Your Holiness.
I'm not.
The familiar from the witches are looking at the city looking for Carter. And. The lion.
Tell them he's no
I
longer
noticed.
present. They all left.
And if
Oh,
they
you
ask about the lion, I'm happy to tell them where the lion lives.
Do it!
What? He's over there on your right on the pillar.
That is not a lion. That is a dog.
There's a dog.
It is a dog. The dog is looking for the lion.
Where is the dog? Tell him.
Wait, there's a talking dog? Does that not make it familiar?
Apparently is.
Oh, can someone tell the dog lion who belongs
so-
to Alice
Rattled by it.
where to find the lion? I don't think you would mind, Bishop.
If you know where the lion is, tell me.
Oh yes, directly south of the little hamlet. It's Sebastian's building.
It is a little smithy on the cliff.
Yeah.
There are stairs leading up. Make sure that if the lion wakes up, Gale, you are there first to skin it alive.
Yes, Your
To the
Excellency.
left for the prison stairs, Bishop. It's behind the library.
Of course. Wash your hands from that.
Alright, stay with us. Do not dispatch yourself.
I'm not. I'm just making you aware.
We'll see what we can come up to. Hopefully the lion's not being around. He's annoying. Actually, I actually do hope he shows up so we can finally kill him.
I suggest Arthur comes with us since he has partial keys.
Gale, come with us too. Warden! You. If anyone approaches with hostile intentions, ring the bell.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We could bring her to the top floor where there is a more regular bell.
This should be enough.
Is it really necessary to lock all these doors?
I'll make sure that the inner doors
Pardon?
stay open as much as possible. Well, it doesn't fit, sir.
I will take the
He's
next
quite a
one.
broad man.
Very well.
I'll leave this door open so Kill can come down. Cell number 4. The bishop is here to see you. Let's give them some room, Mr. Arthur.
Of course.
You need to get this.
Get what?
That thing over there.
What is this?
It's a ring that was given to me by Carter. Do not.
Hmm.
It's just.
Leave us.
Herr Bishop, this ring, it appears to have a strange marking on it. Would you like to examine it?
No.
As you wish, I'll hold on to it.
No one should touch it.
Thank you. Heavenly Father, we come before you with heavy hearts, mourning the loss of our sister, who strayed from your path through the temptation of forbidden love. She was led astray by a cursed blood, and now we seek your mercy and understanding. Grant her soul peace, and may she find forgiveness in your infinite grace. Cleanse her of these transgressions, and guide her spirit to your loving embrace. May her story serve as a reminder of the dangers of temptation and the strength we must find in your guiding grace. In your holy name I pray, Amen. Why?
Your Eminence.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I fell. I fell to temptation, the cursed blood, an unnatural temptation. The day I met Carter, well, the day he spoke to me, he gave me a ring and whispered something in my ear. I do believe this to be a hex, as no woman falls madly and deeply in love with a man in just mere moments. I'm not in love with Carter. And if there's any questions you need, I will answer.
A hex can only work if you allow it to. If your faith is not strong enough, you allow this cursed blood to fool you.
I did. When he spoke to me, nobody, or at least I didn't, knew he was even a cursed blood at the time.
You were supposed to remain pure. For this very reason. Those of our order, those in our positions, we are not meant for this life. This life of temptation. Love. That is not for us. We are the servants of God. And as such, we gave up on this kind of life.
I sat in the cell and I prayed all night.
I want you to know that no matter what happens next, I don't want you to blame yourself for this fall from grace. It was me. I should have been there for you.
Don't blame yourself.
I should have guided you. I should have protected you from this monster, twisting your mind and stealing you away from God's grace. That is what these cursed bloods do. They do have this power over us. And when hope is dwindling, when we are surrounded by darkness, we often find ourselves stumbling. And amongst all this confusion and chaos, we can be led astray. God is forgiving. He is merciful. And to a certain degree, I can be too. But our laws are not. What you did is a treason.
It is. It was a treason against my will. Every time I fought hard, the power would just stop me from taking that final step. Ever since that day, whenever I would leave, they would find me.
I wish you would have told me sooner about this. We could have done something. An exorcism. I could have helped you rid of this Carter's influence. We could have read the scripture together. You could have confessed some more. Things could have gone differently. I do not deny the strength that these curseblots can have over a simple mind. And I do not deny the power of temptation that was introduced by the devil himself. It is powerful for a reason. But
it is power that must be stopped.
No. You cannot stop it. You must face it. And you must deny it. That is why we are given free will. To face these temptations and to turn away from it and to walk with God instead.
I will stare this temptation in its eye, or don't feel it anymore.
I'm afraid I can no longer trust you with that. Right now, you are at the custodian's mercy, not mine. You should pray for forgiveness. But it's not coming from me.
Blessed be.
Warden, you're standing in the way. Thank you. Arthur, you may enter. I am done here.
Since Arthur is here, I'll come along to let you in.
Thank you.
The final door.
Hello, Arthur. How are you?
I'm doing well, sister. You're being taken care of, I assume.
As best as I can. It is a prison.
This is a good point, it is a prison.
It deserves a
It is very sad. She was so helpful, so dedicated, so loyal.
We will catch Conan.
And of course, love has to ruin
We'll have
everything,
him
as
admit
always.
With what he did to you.
Boo.
They enchanted and hexed you and made you do the things he did. We will find him and we'll bring him to justice.
There must be
Keep her behind
one
one
way.
You're so
How does
ruthless,
someone
Russian.
find
And I
someone
respect
out
that.
of nowhere? Why would I sit in my house for 6, 7, 8 hours
But yeah,
alone waiting?
we lost her faith
It made no sense
in her.
until
We can no longer trust her after everything. I don't.
Would you like to see this ring, Your Eminence, or shall I hand it to the Grand Custodian?
Yes, please. Give it to the custodian. There is nothing else I can do for her.
Law's the law.
As you wish.
She is lost.
they are.
Thank you, Warden.
I'm not above.
Where's somebody need him? He is asleep. Sin has insomnia. That's why his schedule is so chaotic. Sometimes he sleeps for too long, and sometimes he just doesn't sleep at all. Poor guy. So we're always lucky to have him, but he's also a busy man, and he knows that we absolutely adore him and want him around as much as possible. But sometimes I always tell him, you know, get some damn rest instead. You're fine. We'll be here.
Am I to follow you, Sir Bishop? Back to town?
If you wish to wait for Arthur, you may. But if you wish to follow us, I would be honored by your company.
I will walk you back to town. Arthur should be fine at Burns.
Very well. So tell us, Was this your first fight against the Cursed Blood? The one with the fiery sword in the middle of Ravenwood?
Yes, it was. I only came to Ravenwood late last night.
Then allow me to properly welcome you. I am Bishop Benedictus Sanctus, head of the church.
Arthur brought me around the church earlier today. We each gave us a small prayer.
That is good. The church is very much open to those who consider themselves loyal to our God. Those who are devout will find solace and perhaps some inspiration. Spiritual guidance is important these days. Your faith is the only thing that can shield you from these Cursed Bloods and their vile spells and hexes.
My father always told me the greatest defense is a good lance arm and a warm belly. Warm full belly. Full belly. That. Words are hard.
Stop talking about bellies! I get the picture. But yes, wise man indeed. One cannot charge into battle with an empty stomach, without armor and a weapon. But faith is also extremely important. Because the enemies we are facing are not of this world. They are imbued by hatred and powers beyond our comprehension. They can wield elemental powers, and they are quite destructive with them. But there is more. These Cursed Bloods lie, they manipulate, they deceive, and they come in many shapes and sizes. Some of them tempting, some of them trustworthy, but only to a degree before they stab you in the back.
All I wish is to see the townsfolk safe. If I must stab a witch, it shall be done.
Very good.
So, you, sir, the woman with the two blades. What is your name, if I may ask?
He doesn't have a name.
My name is Kale.
His name is Vengeance.
Alana, it is a pleasure.
It would be so
Likewise.
funny if his surname was like a smoothie, you know, or something. Like, my name is Kale. Kale Smoothie.
Have you been in the city long?
Maybe a couple of weeks. I came at the bishop's request.
It's a powerful presence. I don't think I've ever quite seen such a man.
Goddamn right. If it's a fat joke, I will get very offended. Just warning you right now.
Bishop.
Indeed, he does fill out a doorway, that's for sure.
You son of a bitch. I will put you on a pyre right now.
I think I'm slightly slower than you two. Keep having to jog a little to catch up.
I have long legs.
And a long tongue that will soon be cut from your filthy
I've
ass
always
mouth.
been short.
It seems there'd be a communion again at the front gate. Let's hope we didn't miss anything.
I love how people are meeting at the gate these days.
I think he just needs comfort.
Jeez, well then what'd you do to him? Oh god.
I made him a little sad, but he'll be. Bishop.
Made him a little sad he'll live, okay?
See if the prince stays good.
Blessings upon you.
Somewhere.
I'm to resume my duties at the clinic, but
I
I
will be
remaining
back.
in Hamlet.
Why do you look like somebody kicked your dog? Are you okay, Bishop?
No.
Didn't go well with Sister Desiree, I think's her name.
She's lost. She fell from grace. And there is no coming back from that.
Sorry to hear that.
As am I. It was my fault.
Not your fault. Apparently my presence is requested, so, oh boy.
From whom? The prince?
Yeah. I don't know what I did this time, but I guess I'll find out.
Well, face him with courage in your eyes, for he is a mighty Adonis that responds to strength, not weakness. Do not give him an inch, and you will gain his respect.
I don't plan on giving him an inch at all.
Very good. Sister, it is good to see you again.
And you, how are you, Your Eminence?
I cannot lie. That would be a sin. I am destroyed, devastated. I don't know if you have met Sister Desiree before, but she fell from grace. She is currently in prison and she is facing trial.
I did see when she was brought to the jail, and I spoke to her briefly. Unfortunately, our first meeting was when she was in the cell here in the square. I told her I would pray for her, as I have done, and will continue to do.
Please do. There is nothing else we can do for her than to pray for forgiveness, and that God will be understanding.
And I pray for you, Your Eminence. The situation here is untenable. I've done my best to speak to people, to let them know that I am available if they wish to speak to me or if they wish for prayers. I've given what solace I can, and everywhere I turn, including you, I see heartache.
What you see is true. My heart has been ripped into many pieces, but that is quite all right, for I still have faith to guide me, to do what must be done. I only hope that this will never happen to anyone I'm responsible for ever again. I must ask you for something very important, sister.
Of course.
I know you only just arrived. I know that you still have yet to get to know me properly. And I know that trust requires time and a lot of effort. But if you ever have any doubts, if you ever feel temptation or any kind of element attempting to twist your mind, turn you against your own people, break any laws or commit any kind of sin, I need you to seek me out immediately, and we can discuss this. I can help you, but I cannot help you if you keep these things away from me like Sister Desiree did. Perhaps I am naive, perhaps there is nothing I could have done to ease her troubled mind and to provide her spiritual support, but at least I could have tried. And because I wasn't aware, I let her down, and now she has fallen.
I assure you, promise, an oath even, Your Eminence, should any of those things occur, you will be the first and only person I come to see. However, When I took my oaths, as all in the cloister did, I also chose my name. And my name, as untouched, is also my vow. My faith is what guides me in all things. It is my barrier. It is my shield. As I believe it is yours.
Very good.
Someone say my name.
I have a lot of respect
have something that
for
was
your
just
order.
delivered to me from that man right there.
And I have full faith in your abilities to shield yourself from these thoughts.
I think you really need to.
And I have faith in your abilities as a leader, Bishop, and as a representative of God. But I would also gently remind you that if people stray from the path, it does not hang upon your head entirely. You do all that you can to ensure that the path is clear before them. But for some people, they simply cannot help but step off of it.
Thank you for your kind words, sister. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do for her now. She is at Custodian's mercy. She broke the laws of our town, and all I can do is to pray for her now.
Indeed. And I will join you in that. I have been asked as a favor if I might perform something that is more traditionally performed by a priest. Last rites on the body of the cursed blood Ophelia, who died and was brought here last night. Her corpse is in the morgue.
I give you the permission to handle those rites. If you need any assistance, seek me out. There should be plenty of holy water in the church, and if you require the scripture, I can provide you.
Thank you. And do let me know if it is something you might want to do yourself. I would join you, but if you find that you have been given more trials than opportunities to do acts of mercy, it may be of comfort to you in some way.
Thank you, sister. Unfortunately, it is exactly as you say. My duties require me to be in too many places at once. So if you could help me with these rites and similar, usually priestly duties, I would be very much grateful. And so would the people of Ravenwood, for they rely on us in these dark times to show them the light.
It will be my pleasure to minister according to your wishes and their needs. And do consider me an assistant. Should you wish something fetched, someone brought to you, a message delivered, anything of that sort, I'm here to help. And we must make sure that your life is made even a little bit easier so that you can focus on these great many duties.
Thank you, sister. I find great comfort in your words and your actions. For a moment I thought that God has forsaken us, that this darkness that was surrounding my beloved town was perhaps too much of a trial for simple mortals to endure. But just like always, I was misguided and quickly reminded that God's grace and kindness is infinite. And He brought you when we needed it the most.
I am happy to be here and to do everything that I can. And I am glad that it has given your faith a little boost.
It certainly did.
Well, I am careful at night to return to the church and have been scrubbing the floors and dusting the statues and sweeping and taking care of one or two little bits of housekeeping that I think have been understandably overlooked. So I think you will find the church will be in order.
Wonderful. Perhaps when some of this chaos finally blows over, we could have a little session. We could invite everyone to appease their mind. And I could have
I think that
another
would be
sermon.
lovely. Yes. I think that would be truly of benefit for everyone.
Thank you for making sure that the church is prepared for such an event. I will put it to good use.
Well, I will continue to ensure that it is in a good state. Quite used to that kind of work.
But of course.
But as the evening draws, I will go say my vespers in the church, and then I will visit the morgue and anoint the curse blood.
Thank you, sister.
You're most welcome. You will know where to find me if you need me.
God be with you until we see each other again.
And with you too.
Good Warden, do you bring any news?
Nothing news except that I think you and Arthur should have a conversation.
Yes, he did require a confession.
Indeed. I thought it would be best if he spoke to you.
Very well. Tell him that I'll be waiting at the confessional booth.
Your Eminence, the trader known as Carter has left his sword behind, it appears, along with a sealed letter to you.
Deal with it.
The sword.
Very well.
Miss Rosalind, did you see where Arthur went?
He went to bed, I believe.
What?
Unfortunately.
I guess no confession for me.
I would highly suggest, since Carter is in the area, that you go to the prison. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I would highly suggest it.
I will go to the prison.
That is quite
This
wise.
letter is nothing.
He disappeared.
At least it turns out the evidence.
What is that?
What's the vein?
What?
Yes.
What did you say?
He disappeared.
It seems that Arthur just went to rest for the night.
Then it does seem like I'm no longer needed.
Look for bushes, look for barrels. I've seen him disguised as both.
I'll go and protect the prison.
I'm just going to stand here by you for a bit.
What a stupid... Why he continues to be in danger. I'll never understand him.
Thank you.
How did your meeting go with the prince?
Tested on the
Okay. He asked me to keep an eye on the castle and modify it more a little bit, like make it more secure, etc., etc. So I guess I'm doing that tonight.
Wonderful.
Basically, he asked me to guard it, which
Wait,
that terrifies me.
Can you get back in there?
Fear not. It is quite a rare honor. He must trust you with his task.
Why do you think it terrifies me?
Do not let fear control your actions or emotions. Right now, your faith should give you courage. And the fact that Prince trusts you should give you comfort. There are only few of us that deserve our loyalty. Cherish this opportunity. Do not fear it.
I don't know. Now it
If I let
opens.
fear control me, then I would never do anything. I do rely on my faith a
Thank
lot,
you, Alistair.
especially
Precisely.
in times like this.
I am glad to hear. I will get out of your hair for now. If you need my assistance, if you need any sort of blessing to be performed over at the castle, you know where to find me.
Have you decided what you're going to do about Sister Desiree? Or are you still pondering that one?
That matter is out of my hands. She's at Custodian's mercy.
And now it's locked for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
The keys are identical, I don't understand.
Oh, well then. What have you gotten yourself into?
Are you a blacksmith by chance?
I am.
Well, good. I happen to be looking for a new one.
No. What are you looking for?
Let's see. I need a working hammer.
Is the brother duel going to happen? I don't know.
Alright, well, I can look at the hammer.
Weird combination, I know, but
Never had
deformity.
anyone at this before.
like I said, weird combination.
I was going to hang around more, and I'm sorry about the lack of interaction. I'm so tired, someone passed out early tonight. Dark, it's completely fine. It was absolutely wonderful. Your chat with Cayman, that was like the strongest Prince RP I've seen this season. Whatever you did, you absolutely freaking nailed it. And huge respect for that. That was awesome. I was just there, basically, being the hype man. There was nothing I could add. Everything was reasonable, everything was absolutely on point.
Yeah, that's something I do.
Wonderful job. That one has such a cozy vibe, even with all that has happened. It does, but it's so empty, and with all these accusations about the secret wall or door.
Well, first, let's take care of the armor.
I don't know what to
What kind
think.
of armor you looking
In
for?
character.
What's the best you can get?
Well, I could definitely
What are we
do,
supposed to do about this?
That's what everybody's going for right
And
now.
where is the custodian?
It's the new thing.
Shops is
But if
going
you're
through a
looking
lot.
for
He
brand
is.
new set,
He lost his sister, even though he gained a new one. He blames himself.
in total, will be
Hello,
around
M9.
280 gold.
This whole thing with Rosalind is of course weighing him down. What's wrong? We are trying to find you. To ask you that exact question. Prince wants to investigate you. Custodian. He's sick, leave a message. And where is Jessie? She promised a confession. She lied. Thinks in is past the fuck out. Yeah, I think he... his alarm clocks were just like, nope. Let them investigate. I was there to investigate, but I don't even have keys to the back door. Can't see ship. Look, sir, she's asleep. How dare you? I'm just gonna sit here and just curl up into a ball. And I need to go grab my yogurt because I'm very hungry. I'll be right back. Let me see. Alright. Actually, it might be time for some cornflakes. I feel spicy. Alright, be right back. Good night, Dar. Good night, Dar. Get some rest.
About it, we were met briefly while escorting the bishop back and forth from the prison.
Right, maybe he'll wait till you have the white cloak. This is the custodian's office. It is the most favorite place for them to throw fireballs.
Understood. That's why there's so many scorch marks. I was wondering.
Yes, or they throw it at the wall on the side. It's always this side, and I don't know why.
Captain Bryn.
Wait. He's the owner of this establishment and brother to the bishop. Anyway, yes, about that.
Alright, I'm back. I apologize, guys. I had a coffee before the stream, and that always puts my appetite and metabolism into overdrive. And I had to eat something. He needs to swing his legs like a little kid. He kind of is, like very slowly, if you focus on it. It does look like he's extremely short, and that freaking sofa or couch is way too big. Oh no, does that shit all the time. Bet. I bet. Alright. Let's do this. Let us continue. I ate my cornflakes. I'm a happy camper. Let's save the world from these foul cursebloods. We have plenty of Inquisitors on right now, which is kind of awesome. Oh, and what's the matter with this? Captain Bryn? Smeared animal blood. A smaller print can be found below it, depicting the words "Murderers deserve no peace." A stack of 30 silver coins are set at the base of the writing on the ground, with dried blood on them. Oh boy. That is a very pointed message. We don't even know if Alden is still alive at this point. But we definitely know he is in danger.
Bishop, I've been informed of some letters that were sent to you, and I believe you didn't open one.
Yes. Perhaps now I have the time to look over them. Do you happen to have them?
I've taken the responsibility of opening it and putting it away, and I'm going to say you don't want to read it. It's a very brief message, but
what does it say?
Bluntly, it's just an insult.
What is the nature of it?
It's to do with Sister Desiree and what activities they perform together.
Yes, I do not need to see that. Thank you.
Yes.
And these Curseblots have the audacity to try to convince us that they are on our side, that they are working for us, that we should help each other after they do this. After they corrupt one of my own. This is just preposterous.
Yes. Taking advantage of the situation with our numbers, I believe.
Indeed. Do you happen to know anything more of what happened here? I know it is closed. I know that the Curseblots were led here, and they escaped when they were transferred into the tavern. But I do not know how. I heard something of a secret wall or door or something.
Yes, an old man pointed us to a spot, but we didn't find anything we could open or do anything with.
Me neither.
Although, if you remember yesterday, I said I managed to find another entrance into the sewers and there was a locked door. I wonder if that door is anywhere close to the tavern.
There is only one person who can tell us what is the meaning of this. Alden. I need to speak with him. If you see him, bring him to me. Even
Yes,
if the prince or custodian ask for him, bring him to me first.
I can't make any promises because they may find him first, but if I do find him first, I will send him to the church immediately.
I would appreciate that. Anything else to report?
Well, apart from those messages that appear to be from Carter to the baker again, not really.
I heard that Carter was here. Yet again.
Yes, we may start. Well, I may start questioning people who we don't see around often here, or are seeing for the first time a bit more thoroughly.
That does seem like a reasonable idea.
Oh, I take it you're aware that Carter has tried to fake his death and such.
I do not know what is going on in that boy's head, but whatever dark thoughts or ridiculous ideas he might have, whatever this cursed condition, whatever its influence over his twisted mind is, I do not know. I just want to grant him what we promised in the first place when he was detained. Swift judgment and a much-deserved pyre.
Yes, I may, well, forgive me, Bishop, lean to more towards executing them in the field if I find them, if I get the chance. It seems they escape the prisons quite a lot.
Yes, absolutely. I would not hold it against you if you saw an opportunity to cleanse him of his sins right where he stands and fights.
Yes, the numbers are slightly against us when I think about it, and we need to take more of these opportunities to even the odds.
We most certainly do. At least there is one thing in our favor. This Carter seemed to attract a lot of unwanted attention from the Shadow Ridge witches. The Iscaria Chosen seemed to have it out for him. I still do not quite know why. He was supposed to inform on us, from what I heard, but apparently he did not quite do good enough of a job.
That's right, I wonder what he is doing as part of the Inquisition.
Well, whatever the case is, where the truth lies, it does not change anything. He must be dealt with. My best recommendation is be around Miss Bauer, and I'm sure he will eventually make an appearance.
Right, I may need to find a good spot for that. I stand out quite a bit from the average person.
Just buy as much baked goods as you can, and I'm sure that you will blend right in.
Right, and I've just noticed the name of the tavern is called Bryn's Escape. That's slightly ironic.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yes, be incredibly careful.
He has a point with that for sure.
Oh, a quick question. Do you have any views on Dimitri and what he's been doing recently?
As a matter of fact, I do. I warned him before that his corporation, his plans to join forces with the Cursbloods will not go well with the prince, the church, or the rest of the people of Ravenwood, who have been suffering from their hands for way too long. I warned him that he is on this path and journey alone, and he should reconsider, and instead rely on his faith and his comrades. From what I heard, he did the exact opposite. It wasn't enough that he unleashed this evil upon this world along with other fools who were never supposed to be there. He
as well
got into...
Herr Bishop.
Yes?
Oh, that's how
Pardon my rough interruption, but the one known as Carter is breaking into prison and we need assistance.
Alright, let's go.
Oh boy.
He is using foul frozen magics.
Foul frozen magics.
Who's in the prison? Who's he trying to break out?
Sister Desiree.
Right, this is information I probably need to know earlier.
Also, Alice's dog is observing from the cliff edge.
Oh, this is
He's been there for ages.
And be wary of bushmen too.
Be wary of bushmen.
He was at the back on the secondary outer ring. But he may have seen me run and fled. I do not know.
Right.
At least we know that someone like him will not bring reinforcements or allies.
No, I don't think he has any allies left, given how many people were looking for him.
Warden, can you verify the prisoner is still inside?
I will do so.
Thank you. Welcome back, Mr. Nine. We were just talking about you.
Alright, the outside seems secure.
I haven't seen anyone. What did I do? Well, a certain irony was pointed out when this lovely Inquisitor was noticing the name of your tavern, Bryn's Escape. We were like, wow, that is strange. Why would he call it that? Of all things. His escape from all the demons that haunt him. That sounds reasonable to me. No further questions. It's a tavern for Bryn's Escape. Sounds good enough to me. I'm convinced.
Alright, me and the bishop are gonna be outside if you can hear me.
I have a feeling the address might require a bit more though. A bit more of that M9 convincing magic. It's clear outside. Take your time. Freaking robe. There we go.
And fraternizing.
I cannot say that.
I'm gonna be honest.
Did any
What is his name? I know it's Jim Bob. OC.
I seen this
He's
sister
gone.
fight. You're right beside me.
If you guys can help me. That is good. At least the prisoner is still inside, from what I understand.
Yes, in fact, when the attack began, she told me that if he
One of
did
the
break her
bridges from
free,
below.
she would immediately run away and go to town.
Is that an Inquisitor? I can't see the maybe
Yes.
it's
Yes,
new.
it is the new Inquisitor, I believe. Miss
Probably
Boiler?
get sent with a message, I assume.
Barnes?
Barnes, yes. And Alana Barnes.
Yes?
Damn it.
I'm sorry, I came as fast as I could. I got lost.
It is quite alright. The threat is no longer present. When we arrived, there was no one to be found. The prisoner is safe and secured.
Somebody be stupid and get me out. I would go to town.
Indeed.
Let them hold me there.
Congratulations on already getting your white cloak by the prince.
Are you alright?
Maybe not like that.
It looked painful.
Man.
She fell so hard. Kind of affected her voice. It's like, wah! Oh, of course it's raining. Raining on Bishop's Parade, as always. An invisible witch pushed her, of course. Should have seen it coming.
Excuse me, sir. Alistair asked me to escort you back to town, if that is alright.
Of course, thank you. I need to find shelter from the rain. I don't wish to catch a cold now.
No, that would be very terrible.
Yes, we are fighting for our survival every day, but Bishop with a cold? Gross. What if it's COVID? Then it would be real trouble. Imagine social distancing in Ravenwood. And wearing face masks? We wouldn't be able to recognize whoever who is. PTSD, I know, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have brought it up. Too many people in my lovely community have been battling COVID lately. A plague brought on by the witches, absolutely. Only one force can save us. A God Almighty, of course, and our prayers. That's how you deal with COVID, right? I'm so tired from not only today's activities, but just the exhaustion of having children around me. And I stop complaining about children. It's not... You're acting like they're breaking your legs and just like torturing you. It's just kids. It's fun. Enjoy it. You'll be fine. You're great with kids. For some reason, you just...
Will you be alright the rest of the way to the church on your own?
Yes, I will be fine. Thank you.
Thank you for following.
And thank you so much for following.
We know John's not
Ariati PPSYX. Hope I got it right. Confession is right. We did promise that we would be there at some point. I'm gonna try to get some RP in though. You should. You deserve some relaxation, some rest from all that family stuff. Squeeze some RP in. Let the little ones know that you are not to be disturbed. It's almost your bedtime? No, I'll be around for at least like an hour, depending on how things go. I don't need to go to work tomorrow, but I feel like there is still some unresolved things. And I want to wait enough to potentially see if Sin wakes up. Like double perma? No, it's gonna be fine. Alright, let's sit here for a bit. Offer anyone who wishes to confess an opportunity. I did have multiple requests today, so who am I to deny them? Just looking at you, Light, especially at you. There are others, but I want you to feel personally looked at right now. You should come too, Bifant. I feel like you have many things to confess. Got D&D in 45 minutes? Oh, again with the excuses. I am just getting sick and tired of this. I think I'm gonna ban you. You know, our only ban this season will be to Light for not confessing. Because she promised. Yeah, Bifant, come! Come confess. No, good sir. You were like, I'm busy, so later. It was like 2 a.m. I need to go to bed. And like freaking curse bots were attacking. I'm sorry. Next time I'll just, you know, we'll just have it out in the open. Just like with Isabel. Speaking of Isabel, maybe that's what we need to do. Let's go visit her farm. Since no one is confessing. We need to check up on her. Make sure she's safe. With our grandpa. Someone has to look after her. Maybe she will know where Alden is. Who else? Yeah. Let's go interrogate her. Oh, hell no. How do you talk? Oh, there. Since taking over? Better not. Let's get our money. Let's go see if Isabel is around.
The sacrament is done, Your Eminence.
Great job, sister. I hope everything went well.
Indeed. I have shrouded fresh the corpse, and I will arrange for a cremation, as I understand that is the tradition now.
Unfortunately, desperate times called for these desperate measures, and we are forced to respond to this new threat, this ancient threat of necromancy, who is apparently able to raise the dead from their eternal slumber.
I believe it is far better safe than sorry in this matter. I think whatever rules the church has when it comes to the burning of corpses can understandably be set aside until necromancy is dealt with.
Yes, I agree. Still, it does feel wrong, disturbing the dead from their final rest. And instead of giving their body to God in one piece, we are now cleansing it, cleansing those who have already proven that they died for a righteous cause. It feels almost sacrilegious, but It has to be done.
There are many decisions that weigh heavily on your head and the head of the people here. But this is for the better good, and it will not be for always.
Indeed. Let's go take care of the body. I will prepare a pyre. Let's get this over.
There is also another corpse in there. I don't know who it belongs to. It seems to have been there for quite a while, and it's smelling.
I will take care of that one too. We used to have a pair of handy undertakers. Alas, they seem to be slacking on their duties. Isabel? What is going on?
It's just a wolf. It's just a wolf. We're just running from a wolf.
Oh.
It just wouldn't leave us alone.
We're very persistent.
Do you have a weapon to defend yourself with?
Well...
Oh, for crying out loud.
Normal pan, yes.
Come with me.
Oh? Okay.
Ban.
My apologies, sister. I need to make sure
Okay.
that my brother's beloved will not get herself killed whenever she's facing the threats of wilderness.
I completely understand. The needs of the living do come first.
I would hope that Alden would equip you with something a bit more suitable for these trials that we are facing on a daily basis.
He likes the sound of when I dink things with my pan.
And what about your grandfather? What would he think that you are defending yourself with a pan? A mighty warrior such as him.
Listen, hearing her hit things with her pan brings me joy, okay?
Yeah.
Well,
Just wish it did a little bit more, you know, to knock things out. It's just kind of slightly, you know.
Bonk.
Although you can bonk, dink each other however you want, but when a true threat emerges and threatens your life, you should...
There's a blacksmith right here.
Ah, very good. My apologies. Greetings, good blacksmith.
What can I do for you?
Blessings upon you. I was hoping to purchase a weapon for Isabel right over here. Isabel Gardenier. Please step forward and tell us, what weapon would you prefer? Something lengthy, something pointy, or perhaps a sword or an axe? Do you like to slash? Do you like to strike? Or do you like to shoot from distance?
If something is close to me, then probably with like a dagger, you know, just stab it so that they run away, I think.
Would it be
Probably not
possible
use a
to purchase a pair of daggers?
It would be possible.
I have 80 coins on me right now that I can spare. Something thick and sturdy.
Would the lady like stilettos or just a regular pair of daggers?
The daggers are probably what you'd want if you want just like, you know, plain old daggers.
I will trust her and just normal daggers.
Yeah, that's what I use. It's my daggers.
Very well. 80 gold should cover it.
Wonderful.
Oh wait, is that the... Oh, that's the really fancy ones, isn't it? I don't have those.
A really fancy one? What?
I was gonna say, yeah, 80...
Please get her the best, whatever is available. I know that it's not much, but she is very dear to me, and I do not want her to perish without a fight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Will make it stronger, or cut deeper into possible armor.
Yes, the armor one, please.
Very
Make
well
sure it cuts through the thickest cloth or hide. It penetrates. I'm sure Alden will appreciate that.
Here you go, my lady.
I honestly slightly flabbergasted. Thank you. Oh, please. Okay.
Thank you, good blacksmith. That is fine work.
Well, I appreciate the coin.
Isabel, I haven't seen Alden in a while. If it's not too much trouble, I would like to ask you, if you see him, to please come seek me out immediately. Tell him to not even talk to the prince or the custodian, just me.
Well, I can explain real quickly if you would like to know. I just don't want anyone to know his business. He's been kind of sick, so I've been taking care of him. But I'll let as soon as he feels better, I'll let him know.
I understand, but this is very important.
Oh, never mind.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
The devil is a bit offensive.
Wow.
Alden?
That way.
The witch is outside, brother.
Oh boy.
The witches are outside? Not now.
At the front gates, asking for the prince.
The prince is currently unavailable.
Ren.
We will have to do.
Yes?
Oh boy. Oh boy. It's the whole gang again.
Looks like the bishop's coming.
For a second, I thought you were going to attack them from behind.
No, I'm not that dishonorable.
You have returned to our town. Why?
Because we have a question that only you can answer.
Then ask.
Have you taken care of Carter like you said you would?
Unfortunately, in my absence, the Scursbloods that were detained found a way to escape our town. It is unknown to us how. We have some suspicions, but we are still investigating this matter. I can assure you it was never our intention to let them go. They must have vanished. They must have figured out some unnatural way beyond our capabilities to hold them. I
And
promise.
this was our reasoning for wanting him in the first place.
Then if you
Did
were
we not say
convinced that we were
assured
not up to the task, that you should have perhaps acted.
So you wanted us to just barge into your town?
Of course not. I wanted them. For myself. I wanted them to be judged. And engulfed by righteous flames. I think my reputation precedes me in this regard.
Yet you failed to keep them in your town and you lost them. You
Just
told
like
us you
you.
could handle them, but you couldn't.
If you are so mighty and powerful, then why are you here? Why are you not after him right now, when he's out there in the wilderness?
How were we supposed to know?
How are we supposed to know?
That you could keep them, and we believed you when you told us you would handle the situation. Yet here we are, and you're now telling us that you didn't, and that you failed at the one thing that you're supposed to be so good at.
You are correct. I failed. And I lied to you. I was the one in charge of detaining him. I gave you my word. And he's now gone because of me. The rest of these fools had nothing to do with it. I offer myself instead of him. Take me and leave Ravenwood alone.
Oh.
Is he really doing that?
Bishop, I don't know if I can allow.
Your Eminence.
Well, this is a rather
And
interesting
do you
outcome.
guarantee no one will try and stop us, since you are so willingly offering yourself?
I am the head of the church. The prince is currently unavailable. What I say will be done.
So you put yourself in Carter's place.
Yes.
What you call a foul cursed blood. You would stand in his place.
I would. I have killed many of your kind before, and I would not hesitate to do the same. If you think Carter is your biggest problem, then you are fools.
He is not. It was a matter of tying up loose ends, as it were.
So what will it be? We don't have Carter, but we do have something you might want.
And what would that be?
My life?
Brother?
What is it? The mighty curse-bloods of Shadow Ridge are scared? And the little bishop is perhaps too much for them to handle?
Scared, no.
It is rather the reaction of a child who has just been given a present on their birthday.
Well, maybe it's time to grow up then.
All right.
Then why don't you come with us, Bishop? Let us leave. That way no one interferes.
Why don't you lead the way?
Unless you'd rather die right here in front of everyone.
No one will
Mother, why are
die
you
on
doing
this
this?
day.
Come now, Bishop.
May I approach the bishop quickly before you take him?
Sister, you have your duties to attend to. Thank you.
What are you doing, Ben?
Nobody follow us, or we'll kill you.
You can try.
You would dishonor your bishop if you followed.
That is true.
Give me a bone to chew, I dare you.
Bishop, it seems they want to
Girl,
follow
leave
and
us.
dishonor you.
Do not worry. They will not go far.
Girl, you should leave this place.
Sister, where do you think we should take him?
Far enough outside of town that we can look for any ambushes.
Ambushes? I'm a one-man army. You better watch out.
What's on your mind, Bishop? Do you think your sacrifice will be worth it?
Only God knows the answer to that question.
Following.
Was the stop where you stand?
Keep walking, Bishop.
Split them apart.
Brother, do you remember where the others said there would be?
Said they'd be up on the cliffside to our south.
More approaching. Let us continue this way, Bishop.
Can I help you? Excuse me.
You are excused.
Vale!
Avalanche, can you assist my brother? I will stick with the bishop.
Can you stop her walking, please?
Let's go to this valley down
I won't
here.
ask again.
The bishop does not go without me.
And the bishop made his own choice. Are you dishonoring him?
I never took my
Bishop,
weapon
what
away.
say you to this?
Ginton Kale. Trying to build a clinic down there, but
I am at your mercy. My word matters not. Your intentions do.
get out of here.
Do what you must.
Then what of this person who won't leave? Who's dishonoring your word?
I already gave them my
Go
order.
back to town.
God works in mysterious ways, and He gave us free will for a reason.
And you won't be
So your people don't listen to you. Pathetic.
I am but a
As
humble
long as he
bishop.
doesn't do anything foolish.
I can provide them with guidance, but I do not tell them what to do.
No, I won't be harmed. Don't
They
worry
are
about it.
free to do as they wish.
I'll see you soon.
No, I'll meet you back at the hamlet.
Bishop, what is going on?
I have some matters to attend to. You are dismissed. Protect my brother, as you always protected me. And before you go, I will not need this where I'm heading.
Well then, shall we continue?
What is
We
the
dragging
situation?
this one back.
No, he
He
has given
came willingly.
Yes.
Since he failed his duty in eliminating Carter, he has given himself.
What is going through your skull, Bishop? Has God just absconded you, finally?
No. The God finally spoke to me, and He showed me the way. I am merely playing my part.
Could you elaborate a little further? I do not speak God.
Have you ever felt the call of something you cannot describe? Something that just feels right? No matter if it goes against everything that your reason dictates.
Sometimes.
Then you
There
understand
is a
my
feeling
situation.
I doubt you would have fully grasped. I feel that with magic, when it pulses through the air.
And I feel that with my faith. Perhaps what some of your Willowbrook enemies mentioned is true. You and I are not so different after all. We do have something in common.
Why do you mention Willowbrook enemies?
From my understanding, there is a feud between your two chapters, your two covenants. And they are quite different compared to one another.
You have chosen to believe the Willowbrook witches.
I do not believe a single one of you. You are all the same to me in this regard. Others, on the other hand, wish to cooperate with you. Not just with the Willowbrook ones, but also with the Shadowreach ones. There seems to be a greater threat, who does not differentiate between mundanes or cursebloods. It only wants us all dead, so that she can resurrect them and use them as her minions. If it was my decision, I would have fought and I would have died, armed by my faith and by my mace, fighting against this threat I do not know. But from what Brother Dimitri told me, and from what the Willowbrook witches tried to convince me about, perhaps this matter requires a bit more than just raw power and pure faith.
So,
Tell me this, Bishop. Would you be willing to work with us against this bigger threat? Or does your disdain of our kind, well, keep you from doing so? Doing something that would help save your own people?
I have already failed at my duties to my people. But for as long as they are willing to keep me, I will serve them and their needs. I have always done so. In this regard, I am bound by what the prince says, and by his orders. I will follow what needs to be done. Regardless of what my church tells me, regardless of what my personal opinion on this matter is, I will always do what must be done to protect my people.
from what I'm hearing, Bishop, there's to be a strained alliance. If we were to walk into the town at this moment, would we be attacked on sight or not?
Yes, I cannot lie to you. Our town is sacred to us. We have laws against your kind. You are not permitted to enter, and we are obliged to defend it. However, what happens outside of these walls, no matter how sacrilegious it might be, there is room for more than just aggression. I understand you harbor no sympathy for someone like me. What we did to you during the war is understandable. That you would want revenge. It was my decision to burn down Shadowreach and Willowbrook. I was the one who spearheaded this decision. It wasn't Alden, it wasn't the prince, it wasn't the custodian. It was me. So, if there is any kind of obstacle between this cooperation, between this potential dialogue, if there is any need for revenge, not to make up for what has happened, but to ease your pain, then I stand here.
Then you die a martyr to your people, giving you everything you ever wanted. It does nothing to serve us. You will die, Bishop. This I am certain. May it be at our hand, the hands of this unseated queen. It matters not. Your end will come. But I would much rather see you fighting on your feet as a man than have you pitifully give your life standing as a coward.
Then you have my word that for as long as I'm capable, I will prioritize fighting against this threat. And what happens after? We will cross that bridge when we get there.
Is there... You know of this queen. You know what she intends to do.
Yes. But I do not know as much as others do. All I can offer is to facilitate a dialogue with them.
Your word. This is your law, Bishop.
I am not bound by the laws of Ravenwood. I am bound by laws that are divine. But, as one of the nobles, I respect them and I follow them. I will bring this up with the custodian and with the prince. That is the least I can offer. From my understanding, knowing full well this does not help my cause, we have already been discussing this matter to great detail, and we are all acknowledging that in order for us to survive and see the light of another day, we will have to compromise on some of our existing beliefs. Otherwise, we will, in fact, die as martyrs and fools.
Are they in the city currently? Your prince and custodian?
The prince is currently unavailable. The custodian, I do not know, but I wasn't able to find him recently. Tomorrow,
I have not seen him.
Tomorrow might be a better bet to try again.
With the amount of blood you have caused, is there something you could give us? Something precious to you, to say that you would honor this? Your Bible, perhaps?
And so be it. I hope it serves you well. Try opening it. Study it. And maybe you will learn something useful.
I'll be restraining myself to burn it. For the future alliance.
Then it is settled.
Does anyone else have any words for the bishop? Or anything against what has been discussed here?
I have one question. Who exactly led the attack on Shadow Ridge?
It was me, Benedictus Sanctus, head of the church.
You led the military forces of Ravenwood, of the Prince,
Yes.
against my city.
When it comes to witch hunting, I am the one in charge. I am the one who is supposed to lead the army spiritually. To do what must be done to cleanse the heretics and to purge their den of evil.
Then you also led your forces against the city of Willowbrook.
I did.
Would you shake on that?
What if we just take his hand? That will prove an alliance.
Wouldn't that just make him a martyr all the same?
You don't want a
Hurt
martyr.
or dead, he would become a martyr. Returning him as he is would be better for this. It doesn't mean that he won't meet a very unfortunate fate in the future.
Well, we need something more than a handshake.
We have his Bible.
I have it in my hand.
His Bible, his words mean nothing.
My word means everything to me, for I am bound by God, and as such I cannot lie.
May I propose something?
Speak.
Damn it, I'm thirsty. Or hungry, I don't
He
know.
is sworn to God, and he has sworn that he is the one that killed your people, mistress. Have him swear on his life that if he does not die against the queen, he will give his life to all of you.
I like this. What say you, Bishop?
Very well. I swear.
You swear what?
I swear on my life.
Say it in full. I want to hear the exact words.
Could you repeat the original message?
Swear on your life that if you do not fall the unseated queen, you will fall by our hands. You will give your life to us willingly.
I swear that I give my life willingly, unless I first use it to defeat this queen in battle. If I fail, my life is yours, to do with it as you will.
Now shake on it with Tarask.
The bishop is behind.
A finger, maybe, you know, just something.
Sister.
Right.
So bloodthirsty.
He is giving his life to you. Either he dies in battle or he dies by your hands. He does not live this.
Just know one thing. I was not the one who released her. I was not the one who foolishly ventured there and played with these powers beyond my comprehension.
Yet one of Ravenwood did. And they are your people.
It is true.
It wasn't just us. It was mundane, Willowbrook and Shadow Ridge were like, no one is innocent in this. So don't try and claim innocence.
No, I am not claiming innocence. I am responsible for them and their spiritual guidance. Of that you are correct. But they were fools. And they were lied to. And as such they were deceived. They did not do this on purpose. And from what I heard, they were not alone.
I believe we are to let him return. These talks, when would you arrange them for tomorrow?
You know where to find us. We will be ready. The sooner you come, the more likely you will meet with the prince. I will be around either way, and the custodian is a wild card. But I will make sure to inform them both the moment I make it back to town. I will leave them with letters, and we will try to schedule this. If you wish to verify, you may send one of your apostles. Someone you trust, someone who will blend in.
That's just my job.
In that case, you know where to find me.
You are free to return to Ravenwood.
I'm going to accompany him. I want to make sure this story stays straight.
I'll walk you there just so you don't get jumped by a lion.
That would be ideal. People are hunting.
Only because I wish to see this lion dead.
Go and follow your bishop.
Quite a few of ours were trying to kill him as well.
No, I noticed. Out after curfew.
Well, he's killing innocents. He's becoming a problem.
Look at the shield.
We spoke of this before.
Yes, this land has been a scourge we've been trying to deal with for weeks now. It has been attacking both us and also your people, from what I understand.
No, indeed. It is jumped from master to master, but he's too uncontrollable, too senselessly violent. Now it's just a problem for everyone, I suppose.
I was told he posted something on the board today.
He always does. He scratches at it, really.
I'm not sure. Fucking dog.
He likes you, Kyle. Look at that.
All animals hate me, and I
potentially blowing you apart, though, Kyle.
It's on you now, so.
Okay. I believe your people have eyes on you. You should be able to fend off any lions. Luck.
Travel safeties. I believe you did the best you could, Bishop. By all means, they were planning on killing you today.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I couldn't get you out of that. And I apologize for doing so. Of the lack thereof, I mean.
It's alright. God works in mysterious ways, and I can see that now.
If you make me leave you again, I'm going to kick you into a hole of death myself.
It's alright, Kent. Anger is a sin, remember.
Have you seen Karen?
You live. I can kill you myself. What were you thinking?
Never mind, I'll go find her myself.
I think he's gonna punch you.
I could already do that.
I'm sorry, Alden.
She's running back there. I would follow her. Don't let her get near the others.
It had to be done.
I respected your decision. I did not like it.
Took everything my sister had to keep him from running after you.
Well, you did well.
Are you alright? What do they want?
It is a long story, but I swore that I will facilitate a meeting between them and our nobles to organize a mutual cooperation when it comes to fighting against this threat of a necromancer. She must be dealt with. And I promise that I will do everything in my power to help with that, including...
That's what they wanted?
My life. Should I fail, then my life is theirs. They wish to learn more of what we know. And if it's true, and if there is no other option but to seal or destroy this threat, but for us to work together, and I promise them my assistance.
We don't know anything.
Perhaps Dimitri or others know a bit more. And if not, then it changes nothing. I will still do what I promised. They will come back tomorrow, seeking this meeting. I will let the prince know, and also the custodian.
You're not alone, brother.
In this matter, I have to be. It's all right.
Hey, Bishop.
Arabella, we must speak.
Yes, I should think so.
Are you alright going to the hamlet?
What is it, Lord?
We must speak.
I'm sure we do.
You have missed a great deal.
Might as well go to the hamlet, see if there's any lions there.
They are after him too. All the Cursed Bloods wish him
care.
dead. Just be
I
careful.
don't care about them. That lion will be a rug in my wall, or I'll not call myself Maximilian Vane.
Then you should act quickly.
What am on that lion's head?
The sister is gone.
How?
The new Inquisitor, she was going to go to town and then immediately come back. After she did not return for some time, I came to find her get the information myself, but that is when I learned of your circumstances. After being in town briefly, I returned to the prison, only to find her bars melted, the door ripped off, and a lot of leaves all over the floor. I suspect that someone may have taken advantage of your absence, any concern regarding it, and used it to get Breaker free. And given that they seem to be very much after Carter, I suspect that they are now going to use her as a bargaining chip to get her hands on him. Their hands on him.
It is possible. I'm sorry. This could have been a part of their plan. I facilitated this. We will find her eventually. And if not, then she will be judged by God anyway.
Do not hold yourself responsible.
Hello, Raku.
You could not foresee this, nor could you not foresee that the Grand Custodian would not wake up to oversee her trial and possibly prevent this as well.
Well, I should have. But
these things happen.
We have done as much as we could have. Perhaps this task was insurmountable from the very beginning. The sister is no longer a member of my church. She's a traitor. But we have more important matters to attend to now. This can wait. Right now we need to gather as much knowledge, as much evidence, anything helpful against this threat of the necromancer. In the meantime, I do believe us to be safe from any more attacks of these Curseblots. And if we see this through, then perhaps there is hope for more.
Perhaps. Alistair, would you like to see the damages, or shall I clean it up?
I would clean it up. I think the nature of the damage is not the issue. It's who has the prisoner.
That would be an important question to ask. I'll do my best to get to the bottom of this.
You have done well, Warden. I know that your duties are difficult. It is too much for one person to take care of all of this. But you have tried. And God knows that.
Thank you, Father. I do my best.
Alden?
I need to walk to clear my thoughts. Would you like to come along?
You going to explain to me what's going on with my tavern?
I was just about to ask you the same thing.
I knocked the sign over.
Do you know why it's there?
Apparently some witches were trapped in there while I was gone, and they disappeared.
Those escape. It's more than that. The prince and the custodian are convinced that there is more to this story. That whoever escaped from Ravenwood yesterday, all these witches that were supposed to be detained here and provided enough medical attention to then be judged today, they all left through here. Somehow.
Were there guards here?
No. Not to my knowledge.
Alright, mistake number one. So I guess, I mean, I've not been around, so you know more than I do.
Alden, I'm only going to ask you once. And I want you to be honest with me. Is there anything you would like to say?
I would like to say that next time someone wants to close my tavern, they should probably tell me.
So there is nothing else to the story.
Again, I've been bedridden for a couple of days and I have no idea what's happening.
So you do not know how they escaped.
But I mean, the story to me sounds like there were witches that were captive and put in a tavern but not watched. And they disappeared like witches do.
Yes.
And somehow that's my fault even though I've not been around.
I'm not putting any blame on your head. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, I mean, because of the fact that they're shutting down my tavern, so I take responsibility for that.
I'm sorry. If there
I'm
is
just very curious about it. I mean, we've seen witches disappear left and right before.
If there is anything that you would like to confess, if there is anything I can help you with, then you know where to find me whenever you're ready.
Indeed. I, Alden Bryn, confess that I'm very angry about this.
Everyone is just doing their job. Protecting the people.
Probably not good enough if they let a bunch of witches loose.
It's not the time. Just got your brother back. Don't be sassy about it.
It's alright.
No, because the first thing that I hear when I am walking into the city is, "You're wanted for questioning." Though I've been sick for several days.
I didn't know that, sir. I'll be quiet.
I will talk to the prince and try to inform him that you are not aware of anything suspicious. That whatever made these witches disappear must have been something unnatural that they inherently possess. You're right. They can vanish out of thin air. They can turn into barrels, bushes. They can literally evaporate. Perhaps their collective powers allow them to do so.
You know, perhaps my time in the field insensitized me, but I don't get surprised as easily anymore.
Just brotherly advice. If I were you, I would have checked on some of these doors. From what I heard, the Inquisitors were a bit concerned about where they might be leading and how sturdy they are. Perhaps change locks or remodel.
Sure. Lily probably left the kitchen door open.
Glad to see you back safe, Bishop.
It is good to be able to see you again, Isabel.
I'm sorry if I was a bit harsh, brother. Glad that you're back. What was that?
Yeah, I am next. I was saying what you were. Sassy,
Rosalind?
rude, mean, you know. Choice word.
I'm sorry for yesterday.
Well, you know, my time in
Let's speak over here.
Inquisitor ranks taught me.
There is nothing else to say.
Yesterday, everyone was in a panic. We were all scared, annoyed, angry, and rightfully so. Would you not agree?
I do not know what to think or what to say anymore.
Are you all right at least? I went to the front and they said that you had gone off with some of the curse bloods.
Yes, it's alright. Just a little diplomatic meeting. Nothing to be concerned about. I apologize for not being able to be present and take care of the church in the meantime. It is okay.
Are you sure?
Yes. God works in mysterious ways, and He has a plan for us all. Now I'm simply playing my part. As are you. I'm sorry I yelled at you yesterday. I'm sorry for the words I said. I know that you are trustworthy and loyal, and an important part of Ravenwood. Perhaps even more important than me. If I died, they would have simply appointed a new one to take my place and do a better job. But someone like you is irreplaceable. You provide joy and
Your
comfort.
words are kind, Your Eminence, but I must disagree with you. You are, as you once said to me, one of the pillars of this community.
No, I just read from a book. And I no longer... can even do that properly.
I noticed. Did you forget it in your bedroom?
Yes, that must have been it. I must have misplaced it.
Well, let's go find your book then, Your Eminence.
It's alright.
You're not yourself without your book.
It's very nice of you, Miss Rosalind, but you should open up the tavern and give people a cause for some happiness and joy.
There is far too much going on for people to stop and have a sweet treat. But if you...
It is never too
If
late
you say so.
to have a sweet treat. And there is no one...
Hello, Mr. Kale.
What the hell was that?
Nothing. It's done. And that's it.
Your Eminence, what happened out there?
Thank you. I might need this, after all. It's okay, I can spot it. It's...
I have no idea what is going on.
It's alright, Kale. I can... I should probably have it checked and slightly reforged. Miss Roslyn, nothing really interesting or important happened. What matters is that tomorrow we're going to have to do something that... something a bit strange. If the prince, the custodian, if they are seen, make sure to point them to my direction. I need to discuss something important with them in regards to tomorrow's meeting.
Shadow Ridge cannot be trusted. You know this.
Do not worry. They will not harm anyone. As long as I do what I promised.
What did you promise, Your Eminence?
I need to go pray.
Does anyone know what happened to his book? No, he didn't. He had it in hand.
Oops. I'm gonna slow it down, not make it fast. There you go.
But why do they need it?
Oh, I need to.
Why would they need a holy man's?
I wanna listen. I'm sorry.
None of this makes any sense.
Oh, he's still
Shadow Ridge must be
raising.
weakened. They must be vulnerable. They are coming to us for help.
What if I put it to 0? Will it stop it? Yes, it should. The pizza was delicious. Nice.
That's not what it sounded like when Brother Dimitri was talking last night to the Grand Custodian. He actually got into a fight with one of them. Or at least I think it was.
Because too attractive, and I think you need to like ugly him up a bit. It's distracting. Oh, Sammy, get a freaking drink.
I have no idea. All I know is that they apparently sided with this necromancer. And when she turned her back on them, they've now come running to us.
It's too hot to turn the oven on
But
though.
who's to say they don't have something nefarious anyways on their minds? After all.
Wow, what a freaking day. I was convinced that they would actually kill me there. I was ready to perma, no doubt.
The only ones who didn't attack us yesterday were the ones that were in the
And during that moment,
the ones that escaped.
I figured this could have been our only opportunity to avoid like a full-on freaking fight with the witches, and they were outnumbering us over at the gate. So I figured this was the only way for us to at least postpone, you know, the massacre, and for us to protect
Please tell me it wasn't Sister Desiree.
Who was locked up?
protect the people. Which of course we had to do. It was the bishop.
I told them.
Yeah, I thought they would at the very least like bring us, you know, to their lair and torture us, and some of them definitely wanted to. But yeah, I fully expected to die there. But it does look like this whole necromancer business is more important to them than to have their vengeance. And we also managed to do another thing. We lied to them. We lied quite a bit of times there. We told them that my character was the one who led the charge against
I suggested to Von von Strauss.
against Shadowreach and Willowbrook, but that's only half of the truth, you know. Alden Bryn was actually the one who led the charge. We were kind of there, you know. It may have been our idea.
I can guarantee it.
We may have
letter
blessed the soldiers, but it was actually Alden
not.
who led the charge, and we wanted to
That letter was his final goodbye.
use
He
that
wanted you to
opportunity
fake his death,
to
at least
clear
half
his
the
name
deed
and to make them want to avenge us.
he was going to try and make a break for her.
So yeah, that was the whole reasoning behind everything. It was a very, very cool moment
This whole thing is now muddied.
that I definitely didn't expect.
Bishop is agreeing terms with Shadowridge.
And now Bishop is begging for forgiveness
Knowledge about Carter, but
for what he must do, and for no longer
does that make him
surrendering his life to the, to God, but to these witches.
He has cursed blood.
so Shadowridge
Surrounded
will
by the
abandon
witches in the
Bishop
dark
as
and
well?
at their mercy. Yeah, that was a very cool moment. I don't think I've ever
I suggested yesterday
been
two things.
as much at peace to die, as I was there. It was very cool. And we lost our book, of course. Almost lost my hand. I know. I hate losing my limbs. It happened before.
To Mr. DeLuca, Rankasu.
So I'm glad they kept me
One was
whole.
that we should work, or at least find out what information they know about this queen.
It was awesome, M9. Thank you. Thank you for showing up, even at least for a moment.
And the other was, if in fact we cannot find any other means to defeat this queen,
What's up, IJ?
we might have to
What terrible things did the bishop do? Oh, just the worst.
say that very painfully.
He's been all over the place today. Coming for your peace. You were so bloodthirsty. It was amazing. I'm surprised. You guys didn't at least, like, I don't know, cut off my arm or something. I thought I was a goner too. I was ready, Wonka. I was
from the library.
ready, willing, prepared. I was at peace. But you guys are absolutely correct, It was a martyr move. But, I mean, who else, It's his job to do this. It's what he reads about every day. So, of course, when an opportunity presented itself, it wasn't a choice. It was just, alright, I'm gonna have to do what I gotta have to do.
Which is, I don't know which side was there.
Oh, you were sent away. Oh, you were one of those who were there.
Into doing this
I didn't even recognize you.
And it awoke in this queen.
Very cool.
If, from the sounds of it at least, it sounds like witchcraft. If witchcraft is the thing that kept her there in the first place, it might be the only thing to keep her there. We're not gods, we're not demigods, and the only person with true divine power is, well, I guess through the bishop, and that's lightly.
I was the girl with the red / brown hair and the red skirt. I was told,
But
you don't
no one
belong here, girl.
seems to
Yeah,
entertain
I
me,
figured.
because we're all so fucking
You're just like,
silly.
ugh.
Forgive my words. I don't mean to curse.
Go ahead and try. I'm listening. What's up, Cherry Pie? Wasn't the ending I had envisioned would happen for her, but I'm okay with going with anything you bring me. No, I'm glad you got freed, Cherry.
Yes. He seemed like a beaten man.
He does seem resigned.
Children,
I don't know that he is.
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I'm sorry for giving you a reason to doubt me. I have not lost
We
faith.
don't doubt you.
I have not lost faith in you, in this town, in anyone but me. But after what I did today, it matters not. We were given a chance, and we must do. We must make the most of it.
So, Bishop, if I could say something. You did what you needed to do to keep your people safe. That's the way I look at it.
Thank you. That is the plan. Shadow Ritual will come tomorrow. I'll inform the prince and the custodian that they wish to cooperate on eliminating this necromantic threat. And after that, we will see. For now, rest assured that you are safe. We will deal with this threat. I will personally invest everything in my disposal to combat it. And I promised princes and custodians participation in this. None of you are forced to lift a finger. We will find a way to deal with this. And you stay out of their way. And you will be safe.
But we can't be guaranteed that they are looking out for us. They're only looking out for themselves.
That might be so, but they need us.
Do they really? They have a funny way of showing it when they attack us.
They didn't attack me.
No, they were in parley talks with you. Why would they do that? They would know an entire town, guards and all, would rush to your side the second they saw blood fall from you.
And yet they didn't spill it. God works in mysterious ways.
Your book.
It is just a book. And they need it more than
But
me.
it is yours.
It is not mine. It is God's.
Did they ever explain why they needed it?
Perhaps they were interested in reading it. I gave them a grave review. I really recommended it. Perhaps it will lift their spirits and provide them with some food for thought, as it did to me.
I don't trust it.
Miss
I don't.
Rosalind. It is alright.
No, it's not alright, Bishop. It's not. It's suspicious is what it is.
I understand.
Not on your behalf, on theirs.
If you trust me, Miss Rosalind, and you have every right not to, then I promise you, on everything that is holy, this is probably the best development that could have happened for the people of Ravenwood and for someone like you.
Perhaps before everything, you should get checked out by Dr. Amala. For all we know, they might have cast something on you.
Very well.
Fiddled with your brain. You are certainly not the man that walked out that city gate not more than an hour ago.
If you believe
now,
that...
I don't like thinking like that, but we are in a time where things like this need to be focused on. And the warden needs to keep her fucking prison secure.
Language, Miss Rosalind.
I apologize. I'm very, very angry because
Anger is a sin.
I warned them. I warned them.
Sister Desiree fell from grace. She is no longer a member of this order, of this clergy, of this church. She was banished. And she will be judged. Maybe not by us, but by God, and she knows that. She is the one who will be forced to live like this, ridden by guilt and fear. This fate is worse than death or imprisonment. They will be hunted, not just by us, but by the Crispels themselves. What we offered her was kindness, and she refused it.
Your Eminence, you were not here when the questioning was going on, but she was lying out of her teeth. She has no guilt over what she has done.
That may be so. But I have to believe that there is still some good in her. I do not know if she was charmed, or if she simply fell into this temptation. Be that as it may. What's done is done.
The only thing she fell on was Carter's... I don't even want to think about it.
Miss Rosalind, please. This anger does not suit you.
There's a lot of anger. I apologize.
No. You have nothing to apologize for. Except for those curse words, but that's alright. Just please. Accept the fact that some of these things are outside of our control. As long as we surrender our will to God and follow in His footsteps, He will show us the way.
Follow His path and He will show us the way. You are correct.
What would your mother do? Or any of your wise and wonderful relatives?
Well, my mother would wash my entire mouth out first and make me say probably 15 Hail Marys. Then tell me to go to church about 3 times a day until I got it through to myself that things happen for a reason and we are to put our trust in the Lord.
I have a better idea. Why don't we go to your lovely bakery? And why don't we treat ourselves? I would like a nice cupcake, if it's not too much trouble. I haven't eaten for days.
You promised that you would eat.
And I did. A little.
Fine.
So is this an everyone gets a cupcake, or is it just you two? Because I would enjoy a cupcake. A cupcake seems nice. I've been working very hard today.
I would like to invite you for one, but unfortunately I am a bit penniless right now. I bought Isabel her pair of daggers.
Cupcakes for everyone.
I will
I'll
pay.
Treat. My treat.
Oh, look who it is.
Rosalind, please. There is time for judgment, and then there is time for
Cupcakes.
Let's go to the bakery. Yep. Let's
Cupcake
going to the
time.
bakery.
Cupcake time. Cupcakes. Cupcake.
Perhaps in selling them for free, I can find kindness today.
I promise I will pay you tomorrow.
No, there is no need.
It looks beautiful. And smells even better. It's like God speaks through you and your instruments. These are truly miracles, and we are blessed to witness them.
I'm glad you are enjoying the look of them, but there is one that has been waiting for you, Your Eminence.
Is that so?
Yes.
Hey, Athlon, don't call me out like that. It's a good instrument.
This was paid for a very long time ago by Brother Alexander. For you. I need to detach the screen just a moment.
Very well.
There we go.
King of Shame of a Bible and cross. Oh wait, what is she giving to me? Oh, the biscotti.
There's your cupcake
And
as
a
well.
muffin. Ah, my favorite. Worth the wait, Miss Rosalind. You truly are magnificent at what you do. Come everyone, you have to taste this. It's the best thing I've eaten in weeks. Perhaps in my entire
Probably
life.
the only thing you've eaten in weeks.
Okay, cure your back, maybe. It's a miracle.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll accept a free cupcake or two.
Hallelujah.
Or 7.
Or 7 indeed.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm not. Come on. And she complains about me embarrassing her. My goodness.
You're welcome. There you are.
Do you believe I've never had a cupcake? They didn't
Never?
make this sort of thing at the cloister. No.
Oh my.
It's almost like porridge and water. It's just a bit more enjoyable. You don't have to be afraid. The Lord blessed us with many gifts, and this one is truly one of his finest instruments.
Not quite as much afraid as overjoyed, Your Eminence.
Well, go ahead and dig in.
Would you like something else as well, Your Eminence?
No.
I've made a very big pot of stew, if you're hungry.
Perhaps later. For now, I must refrain. Politely and with grace. Well, that went well. But
Yes.
alas, I must excuse myself and continue my prayers. I thank you all for sharing this moment with me. And I
We
will-
are here to support you as much as you are for us, Your Eminence.
and I appreciate it.
You know, I still have yet to put any of the reports in, so I should probably go do that.
Yes. Better late than never.
Certainly.
Blessings upon you.
Your Eminence, before I retire for a bit, perhaps I can join you briefly in prayer.
Of course, I would be honored. I want to go to bed, you know.
The Lord is truly kind and merciful to have returned our bishop to us.
Yes, he truly works in mysterious ways. I'm sorry, sister. I had to do that.
You did what you felt you had to, and I trust you as God works through you.
That he does. I only... Would be nice if he informed me in advance of such opportunities and demands, but perhaps that is my penance, that is my trial, and I simply try to follow his will, where he guided me. Unfortunately,
I trust you. I'm sorry, continue, Your Eminence.
Due to the nature of this deal, of this arrangement, I might be compromised in my abilities to follow his will in the future, and because of that, it is possible that I may not be able to attend to my duties as I was supposed to. I do not know what the future holds, but should I fail, or should the arrangement of our negotiations change, and the other side decides to claim what is rightfully theirs, this church will be left without leadership, without guidance. And right now I can't think of anyone better to take up that mantle, should I perish.
Should that unfortunate circumstance happen, I would be honored to help guide these people until the church arranges for another bishop to lead the flock.
Thank you, sister. I know I'm asking for a lot, more than a bishop should ever ask a sister. But desperate circumstances led us to this moment, and as you said, sometimes there is no easy solution, no simple way to resolve things. We just need to do what's best, despite how difficult things are.
Indeed. And if you will let me, I will take certain duties, like burning the bodies, upon myself, and allow you to focus on the most important things and ease your mind of some of these compromises you've had to make.
Thank you, sister.
Miss Rosalind raises a point that I had some concern that the town may think that you are already compromised in some way. Cursed, possessed, marked, whatever it may be, particularly in the absence of your holy book.
Yes, she is not wrong, but the compromise, the challenge is not magical. The problem is my word and me being bound by divine laws. And the Crossbloods know this. That is why they demanded me to swear. And I made a promise that will cost me everything I have. But it was the only way to ensure the safety of our people. And as such, I had no other option
I understand. You made a sacrifice. Perhaps before the Curse Bloods come here tomorrow, if the good doctor is unable to see you before then, you will afford me the same trust that I have promised you, and you will allow me to anoint your forehead with holy water. And in so doing, I can tell the townsfolk if they question it.
Thank you, sister. I will do what you ask. And then we may pray together. There is a lot on my shoulders right now, and I should probably get some rest.
As you asked me, does it burn?
No. It actually feels rather refreshing.
As well it should. Very well, Your Eminence. I do not wish to keep you from your rest. This has been a trying day, and we may say a quick prayer, and then, yes, I think retiring is a very wise option.
Heavenly Father, please provide me guidance in these trying times, and forgive me for what I must do. To follow your will, and to deserve your grace. In your holy name I pray. Please protect Ravenwood and all those who are faithful to you. Amen.
Amen. Rest well, Your Eminence.
Good night, sister.
Good night.
Oh my goodness. What a freaking stream. I'm like shaking still from that whole incident. I have so many DMs and it's 2 a.m. and I need to wake up early tomorrow. Oh, it's killing me. Although I'm coming to the church, I'm sorry, Pop Tarts. I really need to go. I wake up early tomorrow and I'll be working for like 8 hours doing important stuff. I'm sorry. I need to get at least some rest. Alright. Poor Bishop has been through enough. He's just gonna bury his head into the pillows. Get some damn rest. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. For all the RP, you've been absolutely amazing. And Winter is still streaming, which is freaking awesome. Let's go see what he's up to. He was the one who took our book, so tell him he sucks and to give it back. We need it. I hope he will at least choke on it or read it or something. But we'll see. Have a good one. Thank you so much, Jay, for the RP. You are absolutely amazing. Bye-bye.